officials, including SP, injured in violent scuffle during mass rally in Kangpokpi district. Thousands of Kukis rally in Kuki-dominated areas of Manipur to air voice against alleged injustices meted out to tribals. Kuki civil society claims there is no portion of land, forest land or westland, wildlife sanctuaries and protected sites belonging to government. And Minister L. Susindro says this year's Yaosang Festival witnessing enthusiastic participation in games and sports. Good evening, you're watching IS English News and I'm LAITHANGBAM MONIKA with you. Before we begin, IS News would like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene and wear masks. Please protect yourself and get vaccinated to ward off the virus. Now the news in detail. Tension erupted in Kangpokpi district headquarters after hundreds of protesters defied CRPC 144 taking out rally to decry alleged extension of land revenue in scheduled hilled areas of Manipur, eviction drive and declaration of reserve forest, protected sites and wildlife sanctuaries, among others. Earlier in the day, hundreds of people gathered at the Brigadier Thomas ground in the district headquarters despite restriction of gathering of 5 or more people under CRPC 144. Kangpokpi police tried to disperse the crowd by firing several rounds of tear gas shells. The protesters retaliated the police action by pelting stones, resulting in a tense situation. At least 10 police personnel, including Kangpokpi District SP, were hurt in the violent scuffle. The SP himself was hit by a stone and hurt in the knee as the protesters attacked the police. The police foiled the rally, but some representatives were allowed to march towards the DC office to submit a memorandum to the governor, Anusuya Uike, through the former. The memorandum sought the governor's intervention in the issues pertaining to reserves forest, protected sites, wildlife sanctuaries, extension of land revenue in scheduled land, and eviction by the Forest Department. Earlier in the day, hundreds of folks gathered at Chingdai Kulen village in Kangpokpi district to show displeasure against the government for allegedly violating tribal rights and values. Sailal Haukep, president of the Chingdai Area Kuki Youth Organization, alleged that Kamen Logwaltabi Reserved Forest is a living proof of grave violation of the tribal rights. The illegal construction of Kamen Logwaltabi Reserved Forest has violated Section 60 to 64 of the Manipur State Hill People's Administration Regulation Act 1947, Section 3 to 8 of the Manipur Hill Areas House Tax Act 1966 and others. Placards which read, "Respect tribal land rights and chief rights, forest, reserve forest, protected forest and wildlife sanctuaries without our consent is never acceptable. Respect and honor Article 371 subclause C of the Constitution of India. Our land is our right, no encroachment. Due processes not followed while declaring RFPF and WLS. Withdraw all the so-called notices issued illegally and unconstitutionally by various departments in scheduled hill areas of Manipur. Settle land issues first before carrying out any illegal and forceful eviction. Respect private bona fide land ownership. We want peace, justice and progress for the tribals. GOI should intervene in protection of our rights, among others. Thousands of Kukis held massive protest rallies in Kuki-dominated areas of Manipur to air their voice against what they said injustices perpetually meted out to the tribals in the state. The tribals, as indigenous people of the land, must enjoy their due rights and privileges guaranteed under the Constitution of India. A peaceful rally was also carried out at Thengnopal district headquarters. Over 40,000 people, including members of Kuki Chief Association, Hill Tribal Council, Moray Youth Club, Kuki Women Union and Human Rights, Kuki Students Organization Moray and various other CSOs of Kuki tribes carried out a peaceful rally from Gamnom Ground, Moray, to the office of the Additional Deputy Commissioner's Office, Moray, against alleged forceful eviction and demolition without proper rehabilitation and resettlement in Churchandpur. The peaceful mass rally earnestly appealed to the government to intervene in the matters related to reserved forest, protected sites, wildlife sanctuaries, extension of land revenue in the scheduled hilled areas of Manipur, and show cause notice issued to the scheduled hilled areas and tribal villages of Manipur by the Forest Department for the eviction drive. The tribals of Manipur have always been the rightful land holders since colonial times, they said. It is the most unjust that their indigeneity must be questioned today. Their rights and privileges ignored, their history and identity distorted, and the people exploited to the very core. Moreover, the bifurcation of the hill areas of Manipur into reserved forest, protected sites, wildlife sanctuaries, extension of land revenue, etc., is within the scheduled hilled areas of Manipur, which was already recognized and notified as scheduled hilled areas of Manipur by the Chief Commissioner of Manipur and district administrators. They said the tribal villages' chiefs are the absolute owner in possession of the village land. There is no portion of any land, forest land or westland, wildlife sanctuaries or protected sites belonging to the state government or the forest department within the above stated scheduled hilled areas of Manipur. The villages, Ningthau or the chiefs, are the absolute land owner in possession of each village and the other sole authority within the land. Further, the matter pertaining to reserved forest, protected sites, wildlife sanctuaries and extension of Manipur land revenue in hill areas is lying pending in different civil courts and National Commission for Tribal Scheduled Tribes, whereas there is no final judgment till date. The state government should also leave this matter to the judgment of the civil courts and NCST verdict, they demanded.
Among the government wildlife sanctuary lautok piba mphomsing duga protected site forests haina lautok piba section mayam pambi basi masi maram chadi hana leiriba khoi indigenous people right soi fundamental right soi asi khoi surely chat basi indigenous people ki fundamental right as a democratic country khoi si rally chat thabani.
Under the directive of the Kuki NP Manipur, the Kuki NP Ukhrul and KSO Ukhrul organized a public peace rally which began at 11 in the morning from Mahadev along the Imphal Ukhrul Road and ended at Litan Saraikong community. The protesters later submitted a memorandum to the governor through the DC Ukhrul district. The purpose of the mass rally is against the injustice towards the tribal people, said Haunio Baite, General Secretary, KSO Ukhrul District. Hundreds of folks gathered at Chingdai Kulin Village, Kangpopi District, to show displeasure towards the government over the violation of tribal rights and values. Sailal Haukeb, President of the Chingdai Area Kuki Youth Organization, alleged that Khamin Lok Gwaltabi Reserved Forest is a living proof of grave violation of the tribal rights. The Manipur State Darbar SO Chingdai area villages have existed before the Darbar proposal and resolution. The proposal and resolution was done without the consent of the tribal villages chief, they said. It was an imposition knowing the fact that the villages had already existed long before the constitution of Khamin Lok Gwaltabi Reserved Forest. It is a matter of imposition and violation of the fundamental legal and constitutional rights. It was not given the chance of hearing and lack natural justice. The illegal constitution of Khamin Lok Gwaltabi Reserved Forest has violated Sections 60 to 64 of the Manipur State Hill People's Administration Regulation Act 1947, Section 3 to 8 of the Manipur Hill Areas House Tax Act 1966, and other acts, they contended.
The matter pertaining to reserved forest, protected site, wildlife sanctuary, and extensions of MLR in hill areas is pending in different civil court and National Commission for Scheduled Tribe. Whereas there is no final judgment on this matter, so I appeal the state government should leave this matter to the judgments of civil court and NCST verdict.
CF and PTA Minister L. Shushindro has stated that this year's Yaosang Festival has witnessed enthusiastic participation in games and sports. The phenomenon is a unique change, he added. The minister lauded the public members for their important role in the emerging new trend. The girls should be dissuaded from collecting donation for Tabal Jongba Festival, he said, adding that the elected representatives are ready to help them. As he put it, we should sponsor such programs so that the girls stopped collecting donation on the roads and highways. He also urged the people to celebrate the Yaosang Festival in its true spirit and expressed happiness over any unwanted incident-free celebration as of now. A hardcore cadre belonging to the banned organization KCP Noyon was arrested by a joint team of 10th Assam Rifles and Special Commando Unit Khabaisoi at Kotlan area near T. Koknam village in Kangpopi district yesterday. The police identified him as Lelin Chiru alias Nauba, aged 23 years, son of Boipu Chiru of Laimakong Mission Vang in Kangpopi district. On verification, he stated that he joined the outfit in the year 2022 through one Jayenta of Lamdeng in Imphal West district. He got 45 days of basic military training in Tamu in Myanmar last year. On further questioning, he revealed that he was presently working under the command of Lieutenant Punsiba of KCP Noyon for recruiting new cadres and carrying out extortion from the general public, businessmen and government officers of the valley districts of Manipur for raising party fund and purchasing arms and ammunition for the outfit. He was arrested at the spot at 6:30 p.m. and later handed over to the concerned police station, the police report added. The Guwahati High Court has directed the centre to pay compensation of 20 lakh rupees each to the families of 5 youths killed by the army in Assam's Tinsukia district in 1994. Indian Army killed 5 youths in eastern Assam's Tinsukia district during an anti-insurgency operation. The High Court further declared the case closed in view of the long time that has elapsed, which makes it difficult to retrieve evidence or witnesses, Petitioners' Counsel Pari Burma said. Hearing the case, a division bench of Justices Achintya Mala Bourgeois and Robin Pukhan gave the order. The case has been closed today. The Honorable Court has ordered the Union of India to pay compensation of 20 lakh rupees each to the next of kin of the 5 deceased, she added. The case pertains to the killing of 5 youths who were among 9 All Assam's Students' Union members picked up by the army from the Dumduma in Assam's Tinsukia district in February 1994, following the murder of a tea estate manager by the Alpha. It's time for a short commercial break. Keep watching ICE News.
Electric laktabana maram oiduna asabi ising phanglar haibi nungsa thiningai leitraba. Foamson Solar Water Heater. Contact number 9862669522. Aikhoigi address Hairangboidong Nithamcha Karong, Imphal West.
Ana Layangi office ki thabak amadi koiba chatpada India gi konung New Delhi da laifam leitabagi awaba koklagani. Delhi airport kayam naknana lairiba Mahipalpur da Manipur miyam gi damakta laizare Hotel Ambrosia. Laifam gi oina lupa lising amadagi hauraga pung kunmari pickup amadi drop ki taxi service laigani. Restaurant service ka loinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya phangbigani. Vishal Mega Mart, Ambience Mall, DLF Mall amadi irap laptana nungairaba mafam kaya yobada khudong charaba mafam amani. Ngasi ma contact tawbirau Hotel Ambrosia, A217 Road number 6, Mahipalpur. Phone number 9643504772.
Welcome back. Chinese leader Xi Jinping formally secured an unprecedented third term as China's president on Friday as he embarked on a fresh 5-year tenure, becoming the country's most powerful leader since Mao Zedong. In a largely ceremonial display on expected lines, nearly 3,000 members of the China's rubber stamp parliament, the National People's Congress, NPC, voted unanimously for Xi Jinping, 69 years, who was the only candidate in fray. Jinping, who leads the ruling Communist Party, was also reappointed head of the National Central Military Commission. He was already the head of an identical party body overseeing the Chinese People's Liberation Army (PLA). Delegates of the 14th NPC also elected Xiao Lezi, 66 years, as the new chairman of the parliament, and Han Zheng, 68 years, as China's new vice president. Delegates at the NPC will approve China's new premier on Saturday, which is widely thought to be Jinping's closest ally, Li Keqiang, who will replace Li to become China's number 2 leader in charge of managing the world's second largest economy. Xi Jinping's trusted allies will be appointed to key government roles over the next 2 days as the first session of the 14th NPC will come to an end on Monday. India recorded 440 new coronavirus infections, while the active cases increased to 3,294, according to the Union Health Ministry, data updated on Friday. The death toll stands at 5,30,779, with 1 death reported by Rajasthan, 1 at Karnataka, and 1 fatality reconciled by Kerala. The data updated at 8 a.m. stated. Now the sports news. At the 57th Yaosang Sports Festival 2023, organized by the Brahmapur Social Club BSC, Brahmapur Lalzi Lakpa Lekai in Imphal East, a football match was held between women and senior girls. The football match takes place every year during the annual sports meet, said the sports organizing committee BSC. The women team beat the senior girls team 4-3 at the match. In the Women's Premier League, Mumbai Indians defeated Delhi Capitals by 8 wickets at Dr. D.Y. Patel Sports Academy, Navi Mumbai yesterday. Earlier, Delhi Capitals won the toss and opted to bat. They were all out for 105 runs in 18 overs. Captain Meg Lennon scored the highest 43 runs for Delhi Capitals. Saikai Shah, Haley Matthews and Issy Wong of Mumbai Indians took 3 wickets each. In reply, Mumbai Indians scored 109, losing 2 wickets in 15 overs. Yashtika Bhatia scored the highest 41 runs for Mumbai Indians. Alice Kepsey and Tara Norris took 1 wicket each for the Delhi Capitals. In today's fixture, Royal Challengers Bangalore RCB will take on UP Warriors at the Bourbon Stadium at Mumbai at 7:30 this evening. Before we end, a quick look at the headlines once again. At least 10 cops, including SP, injured in violent scuffle during mass rally in Kangpopi district. Thousands of Kukis rally in Kuki-dominated areas of Manipur to air voice against alleged injustices meted out to the tribals. Kuki civil society claims there is no portion of land, forest land or westland, wildlife sanctuaries and protected sites belonging to government. And Minister El Shushindro says this year's Yaosang Festival witnessing enthusiastic participation in games and sports. That's all we have for the time being. Keep watching ICE News.